everybody. Let me know if you can hear me. I'm trying this without headphones. And really good to see a few of you in the chat already. Hey, James and Gwen. So I just finished teaching, and then I was scrambling to get some things set up really quickly, like my lights, and kind of switching into a little bit of a brighter space. So yeah, good to have everybody here. If you are here in the chat live right now, you will see a chat box on the right side. So go ahead and say hello and where you're coming from. Would love to know who is here and know who is watching. Today, we've got a really great episode where we're going to talk about Your Teachable Moment, a really cool platform that has been set up by some online teachers. And I connected with one of them on the weekend, and so excited to have Wendy join us in a couple of minutes to talk about this new exciting opportunity for online teachers. So I'm really excited to dive into that and to ask her some questions. Let's see who's here. So Vanessa is here. Hey, Vanessa. That's great that you can hear me. Good stuff. So I'm trying to use without my headphones today. So I actually mistakenly had my headphones on last time without the headphones, and I found that the quality was better without. So it's a new computer, so hopefully that's the reason why. James says, just finishing teaching too. Yep. So that's great. Let me know how your classes were. Hey, Gwen, good morning. Time to crank some music and write some feedback. Awesome. Yeah. So hopefully you can stick around for the show and hear all about yourteachablemoment.com. So we're going to dive into that in a minute. Susie, hey, Susie, you're here from Florida. That's awesome. How are things in Florida? I have some friends that were in Talent, Oregon, and they're like the wildfires are just crazy. The entire town is just completely wiped out. So I don't know what areas have been affected in the last couple of days. And I was just talking to my mom this morning, who let me know that there's a massive hurricane blowing through Bermuda. So that's where I grew up and where my mom and my brother and his family live. So it's just crazy what is going on in the world these days. Darja, welcome. So glad you made your first live. Came to say hi before I start teaching on OutSchool. That's awesome. Yeah, the beauty of OutSchool is you can, and a lot of these other platforms that are popping up are that you can teach in hours that are outside of China peak hours. So if you teach in China, then you have just finished up probably for the morning. And OutSchool provides a great way to add some extra hours in. So Susie says it's raining in Florida. Oh no. Frill, I had a great morning of classes. Oh, Amanda, great. Good to have you here. Well, that's great, you guys. So we're going to dive right into talking to Wendy in a second. So hopefully I can see Wendy down there, right there. Hopefully she's ready. Yeah, she's waving. Okay. So when I pull her up, we'll get into the chat about Your Teachable Moment, and let's bring her up right now. Hey, Wendy.
Hi, Tim. Thanks for having me.
Great to have you. Yeah. So I'm going to play around with this here to see what looks good. Yeah, it's sort of fun when it's like really big, but then this is also really nice. Yeah. So great. Yeah, you reached out to me on the weekend, and I was so happy to. I hadn't quite gotten a topic for today's live, so it was great to be able to have you on. So thanks for coming on.
Oh, thanks for having me. Hi, everybody. I'm coming from Massachusetts here. It's a beautiful day, almost fall.
Awesome. So did you teach this morning?
No, I have been not teaching online since March. So,
okay.
Yeah, and it's been a good break. We had to move. Well, we did move. My husband and I, our kids are grown and gone, so we downsized a little bit, and we moved very far away, 4 miles. So
yeah, just a 5-minute ride, right?
Well, seven minutes.
Okay. Awesome. Yeah, so I was going to ask you to introduce yourself, but you already did, so that's awesome. And so we're going to talk about this new opportunity. And to be honest with you, I'm probably the worst person to interview because I don't know much except, and maybe that's a good thing, you can tell me all about it.
I've know everything by the end of 5 minutes. So
I have seen it tossed around in some Facebook groups, and it looks like a really great opportunity that fills a need for adults who want to be able to learn online. And, I've heard people say, geez, I wish there was an out school for adults. Do you liken it to that sort of situation?
We do, yes.
Yeah.
It's pretty much the same, except that it's grown-ups.
Yeah.
And we decided to move forward. It was my friend and colleague Dawn Berta's idea and we had Dawn, Berta, Heather Mitchell, and I had been friends. We had been teacher trainers for an online teaching company. We had all been teachers on and off through our careers. I was a university teacher for a long time, so I have a real affinity for adult learners. And I left that when we moved to China. We moved to China in 2010 for my husband.
Okay. Oh, so did I.
You did? Where were you?
Yeah. I moved to, well, I'm not in China right now, but I moved to Beijing in 2010.
We were in Shanghai. So,
okay.
But it was, I spent a lot of time in Beijing. I've been there about, I don't know, 8 or 9 times now.
Yes, likewise to Shanghai. I've been there several times.
Yes, yeah. It's a great city.
So you're there now? No, sorry, you're in.
No, I'm in Massachusetts. We're back in Massachusetts.
Gotcha.
Yeah. We were there for 3 years for my husband's work. So, one of my daughters actually graduated from high school there. So that was crazy. Okay,
like Shanghai American School or?
No, she went to Shanghai Community International School. Shout out to the Dragons.
Yeah, I've heard of them. I was in the international teaching circuit, so probably support. Yeah, probably.
Everybody's mascot, by the way, for all of you viewers out there, is when you go to high school in China, your mascot is always a dragon.
Yes, that's right. Yeah.
When Dawn and Heather and I just sort of all became very friendly, we traveled together. Dawn and I have been to conferences together, and because we are the senior statesmen, we're both a little older than some of the other teachers, we would room together, sort of knowing that we would be going to bed at a reasonable hour.
Right.
So Dawn and I became pretty friendly, and her daughter wound up in Boston at Boston University where my daughter went. They're there at different times, but we had that in common. So it was just sort of a good fit for the three of us to just sort of chum around. And we knew we wanted to do something together. And Dawn has a 13-year-old as well, besides her college-age child. And she was taking a stock trading course. And Dawn thought, I want to take this. So she thought about it and came to Heather and I and said, look, we all have kind of different skill sets. What do you guys think about doing this? And I had been on a little hiatus from teaching, and I was settled in my new home, just about ready to do something. And Heather too. So the timing was right. We really had a longer timeline. We were probably not going to start until the first of the year. But when we sort of did a scan of the environment, we realized that everyone was so isolated from being locked down. And I know from my own life that isolation caused a lot of really hard times emotionally.
Sure. Yeah, definitely.
So we accelerated our timeline. So things are not perfect, but we are really proud of what's come out in such a short amount of time. We have a pretty aggressive business plan.
Awesome.
We're killing the targets. Right now, we're starting pretty aggressive marketing for students, but we're always looking for instructors.
So if anyone's watching and has a question while Wendy's on here, please type it in. I know that if you have not heard about it, I'll bring up the website in a second, but you probably don't know too much. Maybe
a little cheat sheet here.
Okay, there you go.
Screenshot, everybody.
Okay, well, so it's become an instructor.
Become an instructor. If you just go to the website, it's very, very clear what you need to do to become an instructor or to take a class. We have about 45 classes listed right now. Our goal for our business, thank you. Our goal for our business plan is to have 100 by October 1st and 500 by Christmas.
So say that again. 100. That was 100.
We would like to have 100. Oh, Charles, hi. I just saw Charles. I've been emailing back and forth with him.
Awesome.
Yeah. We want 100 classes listed by October 1st. We're on a good pace to make that and probably crush it. And 500 by Christmas. And
500 courses.
Yes.
Wow, that's amazing. So yeah, this is the page here, yourteachablemoment.com/become an instructor with hyphens.
Yes, and if you go, keep rolling down there, you'll see why you should work with us. Sort of the roadmap of what's going to happen. We actually have only been live for about 5 weeks, and we've already had to move to a new server.
Wow, so that's incredible.
Yeah, it's been great.
Really, really cool.
I do want to say that this beautiful website is the work of one of my partners, Heather Mitchell.
Okay.
What a gift.
So I would ask you, Wendy, how do you all sort of use your gifts and skills together? Like, what are your roles?
We're still defining that because right now at a startup, everybody does everything. So we're trying to play to our strengths. Heather is a technological wizard. I'm just
awesome.
Yeah, everybody should have Heather in their life.
One of those.
Yeah,
everybody's a tech wizard.
There is nobody in this house that's a Heather. Thank God we have her. My kids were the ones who were the tech wizards, and they're all doing their own tech things now. So, Laura, the name of the company is Your Teachable Moment. YTM.
Laura's asking the name of the company. I just pull up some comments here. Charles says, I'm in the process and excited. That's great. Ruth says, hello, I will check it out. Awesome.
Great.
Left Ryan Johnson. Hi, Tim. Thanks for sharing with us. Great to have you guys here. So yeah, if you have any questions about this, I've got a few questions running around my head about what. So teachers, so let's liken it to what we all maybe are familiar with in terms of OutSchool. A teacher would set up a class and charge a particular price per class, and then
whatever they want.
So are you taking a percentage of that, or how does that work?
We are. It's the same cut, 70-30. We will give you a platform. We'll give you support. We will give you marketing. We will treat you as we would like to be treated as teachers. We all know that there's ups and downs in the field. Yvette is asking what types of classes? Anything. You do not need a formal certification to instruct with us. We have everything from you want to learn to crochet to spreadsheets 101. I don't speak spreadsheet, so I'm going to take that class. And I think that's an excellent sort of use of my time to develop my own skills for this job. The other really interesting things are we are working on some language series. So a colleague, Suzanne Belts from one of our online English platforms is teaching French. She lived for years in France, and she's doing that over 20 weeks.
Wow. So it would be sort of like a series class.
Yes.
Wow, that's really cool.
Yeah. And I happen to have a advanced degree in nonprofit management. I'm thinking about in January doing a nonprofit management class for about 10 weeks.
Okay. Geez, I hadn't even thought about one of the things that I can't teach on OutSchool because of where I live. So they only hire based on being in the US, Canada, and a few other countries. So what are your hiring requirements and how do you get on board?
So what you would do is go to, I'm just reading the comments, but I'll get to you in a minute, James. You would go to our website, you would fill out an instructor information sheet or an instructor interest sheet. What I do is I take a look at it, see if I think it would be a good fit. Then I email you. And if I have questions, I ask them. If not, I send you to the next steps, which is onboarding. Our website is new, but really great for now. For listing your own classes, you would list all of your prerequisites, if there are any, what you want to, sort of your objectives, how you're going to get there. I think it's a pretty seamless process. We're actually sending out tutorials today for the new server, so everybody will be doing their own class.
Okay, that's great. So you can live in another country.
You can live anywhere. We are doing we have an accountant, and our accountant wants us to do direct deposit for U.S. teachers, but there is a workaround for people outside of the U.S., and I just need to talk to you about it outside of our regular process. And our accountant is working on that process right now. So
okay.
Yep.
So I'm curious, from just like your three online teachers, right?
Yes.
So how do you go from, because I think, I've always got 1,000 ideas running around in my head in terms of projects and things. And how did you go from the ideas to putting this into action? Because I think what separates the businesses that move forward and that succeed are that they put the wheels into motion and they make the thing happen, right? So how did you make the thing happen? How did you take from an idea to, I don't know, let's just say a teacher has an idea for, I want to open an Etsy shop, but like the tech is the problem, and how do you what am I going to make, and what am I going to sell, and how am I going to market myself? And so did you have outside consulting, or did you have like, is somebody really business savvy that
Well, Dawn is brilliant, my partner Dawn, and she really had the idea, and I think that she was smart enough to get people like me and Heather who have complementary skills. I think between the three of us, we have one really big brain. So
cool.
I have started something before, and I ran it for 13 years. It was a grant-funded program within public school, and started it from nothing. So I sort of knew that it was possible. Heather is just a brave person. And figured, what's it really going to cost us? Just some time. And I think,
and it could be life-changing in the end.
I expect it to be.
Yeah.
I will say that there is a certain amount of foolhardiness. But I also believe that good things happen. So and I think in the COVID times, we're all due for something good. So and we did accelerate this to take advantage of, unfortunately, the pandemic, because people are in their little silos, and
people, I think more than ever now, people are ready to learn online, and people are wanting to learn online. And this is just, you were very, very smart to accelerate it, to push it forward.
And our founding teachers that we have on board right now, I think we have 63, have been great and understanding, and they understand that it's brand new, and we're really ready to take off like a rocket. So I encourage everybody that's listening, go and take a look at the courses we're offering. And if you see something that we aren't offering, let's talk about it. I would love to talk about it. James wants to know if we do background checks. Right now we don't, and I'm not sure we have to. We do have an attorney, and his opinion is that because we're adults teaching other adults, that
not necessary.
Yeah. Right now, I mean, if we, we are building this boat as we sail it, Tim. So, and we're just trying not to sink.
And it's where you can do a lot of the screening, and you can kind of
exactly. And Dawn, Heather, and I have all been teacher trainers. Dawn has been a mock class mentor. So we've been around. So
definitely. That's good. I mean, as you grow, you maybe think about what changes you would need to make in terms of that.
Right. And what that costs us in terms of diversity of teachers. If we have to do background checks, that's going to mean that a lot of teachers in a lot of places cannot work for us. And we really want this mosaic. We want people from everywhere, because that's how you learn. You learn from people that are different from you. Yeah,
that's awesome. So you're marketing for students. Tell me about that. How are you getting? How are
Well,
you?
I'm doing this. I'm doing a lot of this week.
Yeah.
We do have some advertising. We're waiting for that rocket fuel
Hmm.
to take
Hmm.
off. We're right now, I think that I have always believed in the field of dreams. If you build it, they will come.
Hmm.
I
Hmm.
believe it in this case as well.
Yep.
We're not letting, the spirits move us. We are marketing and we're spending money.
Yeah, you're putting the wheels into motion, and you're all very intelligent and working hard. So I think
Yes.
I wish nothing but the best, and I really hope that if you're watching, go and check them out. YourTeachableMoment.com. Whether you want to become an instructor, have a look at what classes are being offered, or if you want to take classes, there's some really, really great classes being offered. I'm just looking here. I see the instructors on the front page. You need to go into the instructors, do you?
No, if you just go down all the way and hit take a class or courses, there's a tab down there.
Okay.
If you want to put it up on the screen, I can walk you through it.
Okay, yeah, let's just pop it up here again.
Thanks.
Okay, so I'm on the front page.
Yeah, take a class. All the way to the bottom. Take a class.
Oh.
Yep. No, keep going. That's just our blog. It's just something I wrote. It's a class right there. And we'll be moving that up because we migrated the website last week. So there's a few little pieces that will be different maybe in 6 months.
Okay, so look at this. I mean, you've got food and nutrition, handwork, language learning, reading and books, personal development. This is so exciting, Wendy. This is amazing. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. I just think, good for you guys. Wellness.
Thanks.
Super exciting. Yeah.
A couple of really exciting things that we have in the pipeline is I've been able to network with friends and colleagues, and I have 2 children's book authors that are in the pipeline that are going to talk about publishing and networking. So that's pretty exciting.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's thinking, oh, my friend so-and-so should teach this, right? So hopefully you get a lot of that referral type stuff.
Yeah, or my friend should take this class.
Oh, yeah, that's right. My friend, yes. You need students too.
Yes, we do. And we're getting there. We're getting there.
Yeah. So Laura says, I just signed. I'm interested in being a character. Yay, awesome.
Great.
And Beth's asking, where do you advertise? So did we talk about that? So you advertise just
right
things.
Now I'm doing a lot of this publicity. I have you and another YouTube person this week. Okay. Each of us are talking about it in our networks. We're encouraging our teachers to talk in the network, but we are also spending money on Facebook ads. We're working with sort of an incubator, a business incubator, to hopefully get some higher level professional help. We'll hear in a few weeks about that. So we're applying for that this week. Very cool. Yeah, so I think we're on our way.
Yeah, it sounds so exciting. So let's see if there's anyone else that I had missed. Can you pop the website in the chat? Yes, so I'll just do it. Actually, I put my teachable moment, and then about an hour ago realized
why?
Well, it is in the description of the video. It's the only thing that I had time to put in the description, but I will update and make sure that there's a bit more information 5 minutes after we get off. So the link is there, and now it's in the chat as well. James says, I'll have her check it out. I'm sure there are people in the US that want to learn Vietnamese, or some that want to refresh practice. Yeah, I mean, I'm always looking to take Chinese lessons, actually. So, but, if there's people that want to teach Chinese, I think there'd be a need for that as well.
We do have a Chinese teacher in the pipeline. I will not be taking the class. My Chinese,
you will not be?
Dismal. My Chinese is buhao.
Buhao, yeah. Likely. No, I spoke a little. I started studying in Beijing, and then I moved. And then I moved to Malaysia, where there's a very large Chinese population, but everyone speaks English. So you're not really forced to learn, and it's not really Mandarin, it's mostly Cantonese. Yeah. So you're not really forced to learn it. In Beijing, you are, but I have forgotten a lot since then. So I would like to pick it back up though.
One of our instructors that's developing a course right now, her name is Way Stanton. She's actually a neighbor of mine here in Bolton, Massachusetts. That's where I live. She is going to teach a Chinese culture class and frequent phrases that online teachers may hear in the background.
Oh, yeah. That's great.
I know that a lot of companies offer professional development, but you're not going to get one like this.
Yeah. Oh, exciting. That's really cool. Yeah.
Why is Nai naked? I don't know. Wait.
Yeah. Exactly.
All right.
Funny.
Well, can I just shout out to my mother and father, who I know will be if they're not watching right now?
Yeah.
They'll be watching. Hi, Mom and Dad. Hope you're having fun.
Hey, Wendy's mom and dad. Say hello in the chat. Now, Les Ryan says, I'm your man. I teach Chinese. Awesome. So there you go.
Well, and we are not stopping at one teacher per topic because it's live and interactive. This is not recorded. So if Rachel's class or Way's class, the time doesn't match, Les, you're going to get students. So let's talk, Les. I would love to talk to you. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thanks, Wendy. I can't think of anything else. Is there anything else that you wanted to mention or that I didn't ask?
Just that the one thing that sets us apart is that we are live and interactive, and we really do strive to build community. That is sort of the underlying message in everything that we do. Do
you have a Facebook group?
Oh, we do. We have a company page that's open to everybody, and then we have affinity pages for instructors and learners, and we are very active in those, and we'll continue to be. Somebody's taking ASL. Great. Are you taking it with us?
That's Danny. Danny Happy Farms. That's so cool.
Yes, Danny. Yes, she did. Yeah, she's taking it with Brooklyn. Brooklyn's one of our first teachers, and she is something. I'll tell you. We just got really lucky with our friends and colleagues who decided to jump in first.
Yeah.
So, good job, Brooklyn.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah. Well, if anyone does take classes, I'd love to hear about them, and definitely comment below if you've got any more questions for Wendy. I try to keep these lives to half an hour, but I'm so glad that we got to fill the time with all this great info. So thanks for coming, Wendy, and
thank you for having me and letting me on here.
Yeah, thank you so much. It was great. I'm excited to learn more about it.
Bye, everybody.
Okay, bye, Wendy. See you. Thanks again. Great. So that was Wendy Eldridge from YourTeachableMoment.com, and super excited to learn about this opportunity for online teachers that want to, maybe we didn't really talk about that sort of transition to being a little bit more of an independent contractor. If you work for companies like VIP Kid or GoGo Kid, I think with the limiting pay and the changes in the structures, it sometimes leaves us feeling a little bit discouraged. So if you're looking for another opportunity to grow as an online teacher, to teach adults different types of classes, or be a learner on the platform, then YourTeachableMoment.com sounds like a really exciting new venture, and I wish them nothing but the best. So grateful that Wendy was able to come on and chat a little bit about YourTeachableMoment.com. So I'll leave information down in the description of the video. I do try to keep this to half an hour, but if there's anyone with any questions, I'll pop them up here. Cindy says, great information. Thank you, Cindy. Danny says, yes, Brooklyn, that's great. So very good. So thanks everybody for being here. And if you haven't done so already, please click the little like button below. It just helps to send this video out into the YouTube world. And if you're not subscribed, I would love to have you join this community here on YouTube. I will be here every Monday morning. I keep saying Monday night because it's night my time, but Monday morning at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we will talk about all things online teaching. So have a great day, everyone. Thanks for being here, and I'll see you next week, same time, same place.